Hey guys, M13 here. Let me see. We're just finishing up the 9, heading into Elan County. I'm going in this direction. It's been years and years since I've done this. We're up in the clouds right now. We're gonna be doing switchbacks all the way down. Switchbacks are they're like 180-degree kind of curves that lead you up and down a mountain. We've been doing them for a while, but we're still fairly high up, so I'm guessing we'll be doing them for a while longer. And this is I got a customer that hired me for a day tour. Just took him out. There's the Elan County. We're up in the mountains. Got a good view of it. Yeah, he tried to hire me for the whole weekend, and you know, it's interesting when someone hires me. This has happened a couple of times. When someone hires me for a tour, like a single person, and then they ask me how much, and it's like I give them a price that I think it's cheap, considering, you know, it uses a lot of my time. I'm only making like minimum wage per hour, but I feel guilty charging more because realistically, I'm riding my I'm riding my scooter. I enjoy it too. But he originally booked me for like the whole weekend. But I was thinking, like, if I give, for the price that I charge, it's kind of like I kind of charge a certain amount for the day, and then the evenings, I don't charge really extra for the evenings. So I'm thinking it doesn't work out for me, because instead of him renting me for like a 10-hour ride, it ends up being like 24 hours, and then for the first day, and then it's just like I lose my whole weekend. I don't get to see my kid. I don't get to do the stuff that I do on the weekend, and so I canceled out, and I said, and I had other stuff to do, and I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, so I canceled out, and then I just changed it to I'll just give you like one day. But yeah, so far so good. The last time I had someone hire me for a day tour like this, it was the guy that broke his leg in like 3 places 10 minutes into the ride. I met him, we went and picked up scooters, we started to ride, and then like 10-15 minutes later he's lying on the ground with a leg that's broken in 3 places, and like clean, not fractured, but like straight through clean breaks. So it was pretty horrific. Yeah. So I've been taking, and then we've got rain, in case you hadn't noticed. A derp. So we're just taking it easy. Brad, Mr. Tennessee, was like, he started to pick up the pace. Like we were riding behind a bunch of cars. Like there was a group of cars, and we were going at a pace a bit quicker than them, but we had to slow down for them, but not much. And then Brad decided to pass them, and I'm like, well, go for it, Brad, but we're not going to do it. So he ended up passing this group of cars, and he went off on his own, and we just stayed behind them. And then actually we slowed down because I wanted to do up my jacket, my rain jacket. And then so but maybe he had fun. He rode quickly for a bit by himself, and then he pulled over and waited for us to catch up. Like we could have passed the cars, but there would have been some risk involved, because the first car was actually a truck. So there was like 2 cars and then a big truck. So passing the cars isn't that difficult, but then passing a truck on a road this narrow it's all double solid yellow, a little bit of risk. If I was riding by myself, of course I would just fly past them all. But I've got people behind me that I have to worry about. So I decided the risk wasn't worth the reward. So I just decided to not pass. And yeah, so that's it. It's interesting, and the guy who hired me for the day tour, he's actually the oldest guy to do any of my tours. And he was really kind of shocked by that. We're making fun of him, we're calling him grandpa and stuff, and we're just teasing him about his age. He's almost 50. Why is that funny? I don't know. I think the oldest guy I've had on any of my tours has been like 42, and he's 48. So he's older than my second oldest customer by 6 years. But it's kind of sad because he's German, and he's got a a build to him. You know, he's got that Arnold Schwarzenegger DNA in him, so he's like, he could probably kick the shit out of the other three, you know, out of the three of us at the same time. And he's 50, and like Brad's like 23 or something. Yeah, so this road's beautiful. This road is the number 9, and it's funny. I'm not very. I don't normally do this road, but one of the reasons I don't do this road is because in the past, when I have done this road, there's a lot of traffic and traffic lights that you have to go through to get to this road. Like from my house to the beginning of this road, there's a lot of traffic and stuff. And then once you get on this road, it's all like this. But I normally don't come here because of that initial commute to get to this road. But the last time I came to this road, I figured out that there's a shortcut through the mountains to get to it. And then today, I told my GPS to go to the shortcut because I kind of marked the shortcut on my GPS, and it took me off the main road, like off the city road, much sooner. It took me to go into the mountains to get to the mountain road that I'd saved before. So it was amazing. It blew my mind. We ended up doing 0 city travel and like 0 like traffic, and so evidently you can go from my house all the way to here without hitting any traffic or traffic lights, and I did not know that was possible. Normally, in the past, when I would come to this road, I'd have like 40 minutes straight of traffic and intersections, and now I have 0. It's a nice ride all the way to here. I'm really happy with that. I'll be doing this road a lot more now. It's a whole new, you know, it's a whole new opportunity that's opened up for my motorcycle. And this road is very interesting because you have a lot of people riding it. Last weekend there was 2 deaths on this road, big bikes, sports bikes, and then I was saying, was it one bike with 2 people on it, or did 2 bikes collide? And then someone said no, it was 2 separate incidents. There was one bike crashing on one corner and dying, and then another bike crashing on a totally different corner. So that's sad. And because of that, today there was a lot of police out. They weren't really doing anything. They were just making themselves known. They were hanging out on different intersect corners, and they had video cameras running. But they weren't ticketing. They were just letting people know that they're there and to tone it down a bit. Anyways. So now we're out of the mountains, and I need to probably turn my GPS back on and figure out where we're going. Turn my camera off. There you go, Baba.